Alright, that's it. I'm going to Dobuita and... What the hell? Did the game just freeze or something?
Maybe I can practice here. Think I'll warm up a bit.
Oh, practice, okay.
Let's get sweaty.
Oh, Rio, don't do that. You're gonna ruin your spiky mullet. Welcome to Practice Mode, where the least exciting part of a fighting game becomes the most exciting part of Shenmue thus far. This is where you practice all of Rio's moves, though throws can't really be done yet, so you're prepared for if a fight comes up sometime in the next 5 years. There are several different places where you can practice this. My favorite is the parking lot in Dobuita.
I should work on my moves.
Right trigger brings up a move list and several bars that indicate how well Rio knows each move, from learning, to moderate, to advanced. And practice is sort of necessary for Rio because, well, look at those blue bars in the middle. He forgot these moves entirely. So in the 4 days after his dad died, now we know that Rio didn't contact the authorities or practice any martial arts. So Ine-san copes with the death of Rio's dad by keeping busy, and Rio copes with the death of his dad by doing nothing for 4 days and then keeping busy. Either Rio has the most screwed up work ethic I've ever seen, or he's just really slow in the head. Ah, but the 3 million yen question is this. How do we get Rio to master these moves instead of just knowing them? Well, the answer is actually quite simple. You perform the move over, and over, and over until Rio masters it. Let me get this straight, Mr. Suzuki. You combined practice mode, the most boring part of fighting games, with grinding, the most boring and annoying part of RPGs, to form this sadistic snooze fest, which is only made interesting by having nothing better to do with Rio's time. You know, some people might argue that Rio has to keep practicing or he's never going to improve, but I argue that it's hard for him to improve with no one there to critique his form and tell him what he's doing wrong. If he couldn't get these moves down with his dad, how is he suddenly going to get so much better at them without him? It's not like revenge teaches you how to throw a punch. Since it's getting late, I'm gonna head back to the house and pick up where I left off tomorrow. But not before I look at the kitty! Oh, look at the kitty, it's such a cute little kitty. Hey, why aren't you looking at the kitty? Look at it! Look at the goddamn kitty! And I guess I have time to trigger another flashback in the dojo before I go to bed.
That boy you fought with, what is he to you?
A friend from school.
And what is a friend?
Well, a friend is a friend.
That's right. Just as a parent is a parent, a friend is nothing other than a friend.
This unnecessary cutscene that reminds us of crap we already know is an unnecessary cutscene that reminds us of crap we already know.
But listen, Rio. Parents often die before their children.
Oh.
Well, it's good to know that Rio's dad was foreshadowing his own death several years in advance. And that Rio was unemotional as a kid, too. Here I was thinking it was bad facial design and crappy voice acting.
Be there for you, even after parents die. So treasure your friends. And friends you can trust are true friends indeed. Understood?
Enlightenment. Well, I still have a little extra time to explore the dojo, so I discovered that there is nothing unusual about the candles or the footstool.
There's nothing unusual about this. There's nothing unusual about this.
And I also found out that there was an imprint and a slot behind the 2 scrolls. The one time taking stuff off the wall has amounted to anything.
Huh? What's this slot for?
Oddly enough, that's the second time Rio has ever said that. The first time was to his girlfriend. Oh! 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 I'm done! Thank you, everybody! Good night! Good night! However, there is also a box, which can be unlocked with a key.
Yeah, it opened. This sword, it has...
That's absolutely correct, Ryo. A box, which you unlocked with a key, contains a sword, and the sword is in a sheath, and it has a handle, and attached to the handle we assume is a blade, and as such this was not meant to be handled by a moron, although it could be part of a puzzle. I'll get back to that later. In the house you can find milk and food for the kitten in the kitchen, because we all know how important that is, but really, I'm going back to Ryo's room to save and sleep. Hopefully this doesn't trigger any flashbacks. Good, it doesn't.
Woke up this morning.
Grogginess. After waking up, Ryo always checks his notebook before not going to school, and I'm just starting to notice that he keeps abbreviating words for no reason. If he's worried about space, maybe he should write smaller, or stop skipping 2, 3, or even 4 lines between each thought. So Ryo gets his daily allowance.
I have to be sure not to waste this.
Oh, don't worry, Ryo. I'll waste it for you. That's why I'm here. So I go back to the dojo to solve the mystery of the sword when I triggered another cutscene. If you're playing the Shenmue drinking game, you must be on your second liver by now.
One of us is wearing a push-up bra.
Fook'san. Practicing the move named Pit Blow.
Pit blow? Seriously? Pit blow? That's the best you could come up with? You couldn't come up with like Twin Death Strike or... I don't know, Raging Midget Ham Fists? Anything besides Pit blow?
For my first 3 years here, Sensei had me practice only the basics.
One must know the fundamentals to reveal the essence. As my father used to say.
Yes, but Sensei is no longer here to teach me. He's gone, and I still have so many bad habits.
It's finally happening.
Sensei,
This scripting and voice acting is making me miss Bloody Roar 4.
Showing me the right way
Well,
to do it?
anyway, Fook'san asked you to demonstrate the pit blow for him, and I said yes. Simply because, well, saying no to Fook'san is like punching a kindergartner in the head. You don't do it, even if he deserves it.
Look at my form, and let me know what's wrong. As I take one step forward, I tense my arm, then strike. Ouch! Oh.
Fook'san.
Wow, Ryo, you sound so concerned. Are you getting more monotone as this game goes on?
Can you show me how to do it right?
Sure, but I'm not as good as father was.